This is Deductor continuing the Cyber Knights Flashpoint playthrough. In the last episode, we had a nice, easy salvage mission where we looted everything, completed the secondary objective that I cared about, which is to get these gold NBS cubes. We'll get to the NBS cubes soon enough. I'm gonna start crafting soon, but we are now gonna go straight into the next mission. This one is a story mission, or it's technically called a high stakes mission in the game, but it has a yellow symbol. What do you call this? Like a yellow black cross with yellow outline, I guess, symbol in the upper left corner. So I call these story missions. It's a unique mission per playthrough, but they're random. Like you don't always get the yellow missions in the same order outside of like that very first starting set of missions with Octane. But anyway, let's get to it. 6 hours left. That's plenty of time. We have no leverages. That's slightly concerning, but we might be okay. We're against Chemco Salvage, which is a mega corporation, but they're not like the most dangerous mega corporation. And we have to do a two-part mission. So we have to start at the South Cargo Field, and then go to do a prison break. So let's do it. I prepared the squad. I am here with the Street Dragon, of course, and the Chroming Forcer, that pistol that can do serious damage as we need it. Got armor. We've got 2 smoke grenades, a concussion grenade, a first aid kit, shock mine, hybrid B caps, hacking juice, B2 juice. It costs us 37k for Iceman, but we might have to hack twice. And in the first map, we may have to hack. Like hacking may be our best solution to our problems. So gonna use this to circumvent some of those nasty traps and stuff. Then our hacker has a Vulcan Punch of railgun. Kind of weird to have a hacker have a railgun, but he shouldn't be attacking much. And when he does attack, let's have him like hit hard. So let's do this. Deductor, we're inside the South Cargo Field. Hayes, this facility is 1/2 prison, 1/2 training ground, and 1/2 dumping ground for cargo. Rick, so I'm hearing we should keep an eye out for anything valuable they dumped here. Iceman, no, you are hearing all 3 halves are a prison, and we are here for my brother. Deductor, focus up. The main prison entrance is across the yard. Iceman, I'll need to get access to the terminal in the nearby office to bring that security barrier down. Deductor, without a hacker on the ground, we won't be able to lower that security barrier. Hey, there's another entrance, an underground subshaft, but it is locked up tight. You'll need to find a blue key to get in there. Deductor, you all know why we are here. Let's get this done. Yes, let's get it done indeed. Alright, first let's take a look at the map. There is a matrix in the middle that controls a camera, another camera, and a audio thingy. Then there is a matrix in the back that controls some basic cameras and stuff. We actually have to disable things before we can get to that matrix. This is very walled off, so we're not worried about our hackers getting spotted. A lot of good cover in that region. Even though this is not like the most advanced corporation, their basic guards are still significantly better than like the basic gang guards. Ugh. There's this one over here. I don't even... So the question is, do we go left? Try to grab the key from the loot box? Or do we go forward? And do the hacking there and then just get to the objective. If we go left, we might be able to score more loot since there's another matrix here. But we have no leverages. I'm really like our team. Our problem is we just don't have good enough weapons and firepower, in my opinion. we need to do more missions to get more loot and resources so that we can have those better weapons. Once we have better weapons, I feel more comfortable going for everything. I think it's too risky to try to go for both hacks. If we just do the one hack, we can get to the second part of the mission and just be done with it. I feel like that is really the safest thing to do. Let's, I need to know where this guard to the is going. Okay, he's just this guard is just standing still, so I'm gonna delay the action on everyone and let the guards do their thing. Okay. Well, we can, it's not a bad idea to just go kill this guard, and let's do a tactical surge right away. Use that aggressively. Okay, the opposition here is fairly light. To the right. I like this. I like this very much. Yeah. No reason not to just open up. And then I might stun it. We'll see. Rick, why don't you do the honors? No need to mark this one. It should be easy enough to kill. You missed, Brick. Maybe I should have marked it. Okay. Easy enough. This camera, we might not even need to deal with. But I would feel much safer dealing with it. And then Outlaw can run up here and get ready to dissolve the body next turn. Or maybe you could even do it this turn. Let's find out. Nope, not in range. I'll just stand here and get ready for next turn. We will... I might need to shoot some of these guards. Let's get to a position where I might need to do some shots. Then... just hide. Oh, this guard gets to move. He might spot our Scourge. Nope, it's staying put. Staying put. Okay, Theto. This other guard is, they're all doing stuff. The guard captain. These two are both captains. High hit points, high armor. And we've got options. Okay. Obviously, I would want to set up a nice big attack, but I don't think the time is right for that yet. I could sneak my way over here, but I wouldn't accomplish anything. However, I could stand here and do a nice juicy AoE. That sounds... what if I came here? 3 of them would hear me. Let's come here and then I might reload. Let's get a nice looky-loo Predict what the guards are gonna do. Oh, I can't reload. It's 3 AP to reload. I feel like I do have to kill all 3 of these guards. The guard in the middle has very low hit points. Not worried. We can always stun one. We have the shotgun stun. Yeah, and we do have some shots from this Vulcan punch weapon. Do we need a pre-compute advantage or a security scramble? I don't think so. Do we need a rewind on anyone? I don't think so either. Okay, our Scourge can move up. If I use the shotgun, 4 enemies will hear us, but we might be able to get like a perfect stun in the middle. Let's use a Venom Trap to do a little damage to this captain here. 50 free damage, something. And then Brick, of course, will have to come in. I'm gonna move her very aggressively. Gonna wait for them to cluster up and then marker sites. See if we can catch several of them. Okay, not gonna attack yet. We're gonna let them move. Theodo, this guard is going to somewhere not significant. Again, if we use the shotgun, 4 enemies will hear us. That can be okay. Like, that can be okay. Let's wait for everyone to move. They're not standing in an optimal way. I have to stand in the open. Well, over here I can get a decent... I do want to attack this turn. I don't want to mess around. Let's mark. I'm gonna mark the 2 guard captains. Trying to see where I can go. Right there. That's that can AoE 3 of them. This guard going down is going to alert that one in the back. There are other options. We don't have to AoE all 3. We could let them move. But when I do the gunfire, it's going to alert them all anyway. And this Nato guard in the back will turn around, see the corpse, and freak out, but we'll just kill him. So I think that's alright. This should all be alright. I'm going to stand in the open like a madman. It's going to be glorious. Iron Grip. Yes. Seems pretty good. Pretty good. I'm gonna focus on this guard behind him, behind the cover. It's gonna be the hardest target. Oh, I can full auto again. Yeah, that's too good. Too good to pass up. And then I'm gonna duck myself behind this cover so that I can fire. I'm not gonna need Overwatch, I don't think. Okay, Iceman. Railgun it up. Well done. You contributed. Okay, not high odds here because we're outside optimal range. Let's see what I can do with a full auto. A lot. Then I can use Atomic Stutter, stun this guard hiding back there so he doesn't report all the security escalations. Bob's your uncle. Come over here and blast him with the shotgun. No, that would alert the two of them. As soon as this one sees the corpse, it's gonna turn around and like cause trouble. I could run up and then like disorient and hope he goes like a different direction. I don't know. I like that. It could be all right, but he is gonna turn around. So plus we do apply a debuff. You know what? I'm gonna do it. We could also see what other guards there are. There's a sniper. That's okay. Snipers don't have high hit points. Yeah. Just disorient this one. Hopefully it gets very confused. Might want to use the rewind on Brick in case we need like our abilities back. Could be smart. But I also like moving aggressively. Sniper is not doing anything. Omega, this guard is doing nothing. Nato is very confused. Yes, didn't spot the corpse. I love it. This Theto guard is still stunned. If I come over here, might as well let all the other guards move, just to make sure there are no issues. Okay, this Scytha guard might be coming over, but a problem for later. I can run up and dissolve this corpse and then run back. I might do that. Okay, now that I know we're safe, I will run into the open like this. I don't think the security camera can spot me, but I could be wrong. We gotta start shooting this one. Iceman, why don't you just run on over? Rick, you can help out. Just do a basic pistol shot because that's all you can do. Miss. A little embarrassing, but that's all okay. See if we can dissolve this corpse. Nope. Gotta move up just a little bit more. Alright. And then duck backing. There's another corpse here I could dissolve if my I could get the cooldown back. Just to do that with rewind. Oh, I guess the camera did spot me. It's fine. It's fine. It is all fine. We have to disable the other things anyway. So let's Stado Guard's stun is done soon, but Rick should be able to kill it, no problem. Oh, I'll delay. Okay, this guard is still disoriented. Very good. A lot of these guards are just patrolling back and forth, doing nothing. Ooh! I actually can't afford to miss, like, that many more times. I'll reload the pistol. Iron grip to get rid of that recoil, and 79%. Okay, good. That was slightly concerning. Oh boy, we're about to have another guard come up on us. Alright. Oof, that one has very high armor. Let's delay. Because we gotta get this hacking started. Let's disable that camera. Do I have enough action points to start hacking? No. Since I don't have enough action points to start hacking, I might as well disable this camera as well. No real harm. I'll have to start hacking next turn. Okay, I do have a look ahead. I can see what these two are going to do. They are indeed going to come at me. So I say bring it. Let's reload. I get to go ahead of them anyway. The security camera spotting me might trigger a guard to come investigate. Shotgun would be amazing against these armored enemies. What I could do... I mean, I want to go somewhere where the shotgun won't alert them if I fire with it. I do have the Nerval talk show. I would prefer not to get spotted because hidden, you get the plus 25% attack bonus. It is pretty significant. This guard should not be able to see me, so what if I came up like this and just snuck right in there like that, and then just take cover and deterred. Okay, no guard is dispatched to see us. That's fantastic. This one we might be able to. I'm gonna pre-compute advantage brick, and I'm gonna hide here. You might not be able to see me. Just hide right there. Brick desperately needs to reload. Brick could also hide there. Disable until end of next turn. That's okay. I could just Overwatch. That's not such a crazy idea, honestly. This disoriented guard I'm not worried about. He can't see anything. This Scytha guard we can Overwatch without alerting anyone, and we can put a marker sight on it. I really like this Overwatch. Get 3 reaction shots. Maybe I can Overwatch like both sectors just in case we need to. Not a bad idea. I hope I don't regret this. I'm probably gonna regret this Overwatch. It's fine. We're about the stage where we need a fight anyway. All right, hacking. So I agreed for viewer H to do a more in-depth explanation of the hacking framework. It is kind of confusing the first couple times you do it. So First things to point out is there is this section in the sort of upper middle right-ish that describes the rating of the matrix. So, and when you hover over the text, it explains to you what's the most dangerous. So gray is the weakest, green, yellow, orange, red, and ultra. It goes in that order. I've never actually encountered an ultra matrix even in my offline game, but I've encountered the other ones, and orange and red are a significant step up from like green and yellow. This one is a yellow, so that's not so bad. And it has a, now there's that rating, and then there's the quantum security AI, and it determines escalations and other dangers in this matrix. This one is a Signwinder, so it's the second weakest, so that's not very bad. So our escalations and the quality of the trap shouldn't be too bad on this hack. So we just want to understand how challenging a particular hack is, and on a mission when there are two terminals, one terminal could be much harder than the other. So we have then our programs and our talents. Generally speaking, at the beginning of hack, you just want to activate programs like Hard Shell. It costs some Matrix AP 5, but you gain some what's called temporary cyberdeck health. So if there are IC traps or active IC, that's what they're called, intruder countermeasures, I think. There are a lot of them that can just do damage to your cyber deck, so having some temporary health is great. We also have some deck armor. I believe a significant, some of that is because of the intrinsic ability of our hacker Iceman. I also think I bought an upgraded cyber deck, like a tier 2 one, and the upgraded ones will have some built-in armor. So that's that. Then what you want to do is you pretty much always want to overclock. This is such a good talent. It can just be correct to like max this out as literally the first thing you do. Just put all 5 points into overclock. You can't really go wrong doing that because you gain more AP. You gain critically the input-output stat, and then it does damage your connection a little bit. If this connection is degraded to 0, you have that hard disconnect, which is really bad. That's what happened to me in that mission that went all the way up to escalation 9. Although I got hit by a trap, it wasn't because of connection. But this can matter, especially once the rating is like orange or above. It is quite possible for you to lose enough connection health to like hard disconnect. There is a simple way around it. Like if it gets low, you just disconnect from the terminal and reconnect. But all your buffs, all your programs, all that stuff go away. So that can be annoying. So yeah, you want to do this overclock pretty much right away, and yeah, it damages connection health, but that's a small price to pay. We got so much more input output, and then we have null op and zero interrupt. I'll explain these later when we get there. So then I have my suite of cyberdeck programs. There are in general 2 approaches to hacking. Number 1 is sort of the stealthy approach, and you kind of have to do that early game. You don't really have a choice. Still in early game, you basically load programs like scan, and then sleaze, deception, and disarm. These are the 3 key programs. These 3 types of programs, sleaze, deception, and disarm, will disable respectively the passive, the active, and then trap ICs. Generally, the active and the trap ICs are the most dangerous, and I would argue traps are in fact the single most dangerous IC, but you can't always defend against traps. Active ones, there are usually at least some ways to defend against them. So anyway, you want to load scan, you want to load, since we're doing the stealth approach, you want to load sleaze, deception, and you don't have to load trap right away, you only load that as necessary, but sleaze and deception you're pretty much always going to load. I also have some programs that will help us out. Programs like Decoy and Filter. Decoy gives us more cyberdeck health and armor. Plus, critically, there are certain escalations and IC that will like force your programs to unload. Those are among the worst. And Decoy will sort of take that hit for you. So that's why it's so good. And then there's this Data Filter, which you lose some Matrix AP, but you gain a lot of cyberdeck armor. And my experience is you usually don't have a problem with enough, like you usually will have enough Matrix AP, so Data Filter is pretty good for that cyberdeck armor. You'll notice that as I was loading these programs, it uses two stats. It uses intake output, IO per turn, and active memory. Active memory is the total amount of data you can possibly load. Like once this maxes out, you cannot load more programs. And you can see the amount of program memory each program will cost by hovering over it. It's the 100 with the up and down arrow. So that costs 100 memory, right? It takes 100 permanent memory, but it also uses that 100 intake output. Every program you load will use both. Intake output refreshes every single turn, and active memory is just there based on the total number of programs that you have. So like, if I were to end the turn, which I'm not going to do, but if I were to end the turn, you'll see active memory is going to be 180, and intake output is going to be reset back to 0. And we'll talk about that as I do the hacking. I always like to load the decoy program. I just feel like it's a good counter safeguard. You get more armor, more health, so once you do that, I don't need a data filter right now because maybe I want to save some of my intake output to like load other programs to keep hacking. When you loading the matrix, you always start at a terminal node, and it says does not normally contain IC. I have never seen a terminal node contain IC. I suppose maybe at the very highest level it could happen, but certainly at the lower levels it won't. And then what you want to do is scan, because if you reach scan 2 of 2 at a node, you can get information about the adjacent node, unless it's a CPU, but then you know it's a CPU. You know, for example, this is a firewall node, and you know that it has a active IC and a passive IC. You can just match the symbols there. So every action you take, by the way, in the Matrix, unless you have a talent or an item or something, generally requires some sort of a Matrix AP. You'll notice Overclock doesn't require any, but Hardshell does. Null Op and Zero Interrupt both requires AP. Loading programs, using them, they all require AP. So hovering over them will just explain all that for you. If I connect, that costs 2 AP, so I'll go ahead and connect. And you'll see that there's two different intrusive countermeasures. There's the Jammer, +4 Matrix AP cost to all their actions, or Buster, 10% damage to connection when you take any action. We're still pretty early. I'm actually not so worried about my Matrix AP. I'm more worried about the connection health. So I'm going to selectively spend AAP to disable this Buster. And you'll notice Buster is active, right? Those tend to be more dangerous than the passives. So I'm going to do that. It'll cost 8 AP. That's okay. And then I don't want to have this Jammer active. And I'll spend 7 AP disabling this. You could just move ahead to do something else, but I want to scan here, right? And if I'm going to scan here, then I want to disable this Jammer so I have enough. Like, I don't waste too much AP, you know? So we do that. We disable both. You'll also see our escalation tally has ran up from me coming to this firewall node and taking these action. It even explains it's +3 for those two actions we took and the connection action. And I think some of the other security escalation came from me loading programs at that terminal node. Different nodes have different action levels, and like when you do actions, it increases the security by a certain amount. It depends on the node you're at. Firewalls are actually quite low. These are tend to be like very low danger nodes, and I'll just point out which ones are actually dangerous. But anyway, I came here, I scan, and I see the two adjacent nodes. I need to find a node that controls the security, like so I can disable that security device. And my experience in this game is that the nodes with the payoff, like the objectives, are always like much deeper in the Matrix. They're not going to be to the right. So I could be wrong. Who knows? Maybe there's probably some loot over to the right. But I want to complete the objective, and if everything is still going well, then I go get the loot. You really should have that mindset in this game. Don't go unnecessarily for the loot. There's so much opportunity for loot. Complete your objective first, and then go for the loot. So I'm going to connect to this next firewall. This one has some different IC. There's a tracer, +5 security tally when you take any action. That's pretty nasty. It's right now going to cause plus 12 tally. That's pretty crazy. Let's go ahead and use deception to disable that. And now this firewall node is not very dangerous anymore. But security tally has gone up quite a bit just from connecting to it. Does tar pit prevent connecting to another node until disabled or destroyed? Yeah, we should get rid of that too. And we'll scan again. Okay, there's another firewall. Boy, this place is locked down tight. So let's load a deception because it looks like it's 2 active IC next. So I will, you know what? You know what? I have 53 AP, right? Why don't I come up here and at least scan up here before coming back down? This firewall up here only has 2 passive nodes. I'm not so worried about that. Yeah, tar pit, prevent connecting to another node until disabled or destroyed. I will go ahead and get rid of that. I know there's a lot of, it's very Matrix AP intensive, but there's no reason to save Matrix AP, like it doesn't do anything. I'll scan here. Okay, there is in fact loot. Node Q sec tally per action overclock adding up to +1. So that was the escalation. We just get a little more security tally every single turn. That's fine, whatever. Oh boy, there is that security control device, and it is heavily guarded. It's not technically the objective. So it has so many IC to the right that null interrupt would be perfect there. You use that, you disable all of that, and then you hack everything. But that security device, that controls the cameras and this pressure pad. It's not technically the objective. I don't, like, we can get through this mission without disabling any of this. It's a nice to have more than anything else. So I'm not gonna waste my time disabling that. I might come back here for this data warehouse loot, but that's a problem for the future. I'm just gonna connect away, connect down to this. Oh, this is, I guess, technically an access node. It's not a firewall. It looked very similar though. And then I'm gonna connect to the right, and then I'm gonna disable both of these firewalls so that I maximize the AP I use. I'll get rid of security tally first. We have some connection health, and then this IC buster to make sure I don't take too much connection damage. And now I have 17 matrix AP. Nothing more to do really. I can't load any programs because I max out my intake output. So I am just going to end the action, and when we come back to the matrix game, you'll see the deck intake output bits are fully restored, and I'll have all my action points and so forth. So nothing more to do now except end the action. Okay. I'm worried the sniper saw that. No, the sniper did not see it. Okay, only one guard got activated. That's great. Yeah, we're just gonna... Does he have armor? He has a lot of armor. Do I have my atomic stutter up? Yes. Let's delay the action. Let's see if we can kill it. Oh, tactical surge? No, that doesn't make sense. The camera and the pressure sensor are disabled until end of next turn. Everything is until end of next turn. Okay. Maybe I do go hack it. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It would certainly help me keep stealthy. I could, yeah, let's full auto. And we should have enough damage to kill it. So I don't need to atomic stutter. Do I need to rewind? I can get marker sights back. I don't know I really need that. Do I need pre-compute advantage or anything? No, I don't think so. Okay, we're gonna do the bio-coated bullets. The poison would kill. Yeah. The poison alone would be enough. Okay, some of these dead bodies have either been discovered or some guards will come and look for them soon, but that's a future problem. For now, this guard's gonna die to the poison. No reason to do anything. The tally, I can't remember if the poison ticks at the beginning or the end of the turn. I can't remember. Yeah, better kill it. And then might as well spend the last AP reloading. Wait, what? Corpse discovered. Alright, alright. Security escalation is gonna go up quite high because of that. Annoying. There could be reinforcements. That was not intended. No reinforcements. 4 camera engaging high power mode. Oh. So if they spot me, it'll increase heat. That is a problem. I might actually go back and disable the thing. Okay, Brick. You could overwatch again. But this Nado guard is no longer disoriented, so it could see you. You can come over here, Brick. Be in the corner. And let's see what the guard does. I'm not gonna overwatch. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back and disable the things. Let's load our programs. Scan. Okay, we know where the CPU is, and I don't know where the objective is, but we know where the CPU is. Okay. I would like to load this trace vector program, but just using no op twice plus an attack is probably good enough to get rid of the CPU. So I guess we don't need the trace vector. I'm gonna load the attack program now. We're maxed out on our memory. So now I'm gonna connect to the CPU. You don't always have to spike the CPU, but it's certainly advantageous. And if you have no op, it's real easy. You connect to it, you click the button, and click it again. Okay, and we have another escalation. Restart some local IC, 0 IC. We didn't even need the attack program. That was kind of a backup. And then to fully actually hack a CPU, you have to scan it twice. And then spike. It'll reduce the security tally by 80, and that means if your quantum security goes back up to 3, no escalations will trigger. Also, there's an alarm processing unit. That is absolutely amazing. This is a special node that I'm gonna have to load that trace vector. I'll come back and talk about that in a bit. Let's go disable the. I'm gonna disable this jammer. Let's go disable all these security devices. I don't want to deal with a high-powered camera. So I'm gonna connect to this SCU. I'm going to activate my null 0 interrupt. I guess I can see how bad these things are. They're really actually not that bad. I might want to save my 0 interrupt for something that has traps. Okay, now that I see what the IC are, they're really not that bad. This locker just prevents remote control until disabled or destroyed, whatever. Not a danger. The 10 damage cyber deck, not a problem. We have plenty of defenses. 10 damage connection. We have enough connection. Let's disable the security tally when you take action. Then we will disable the connection damage one. We're going to load a deception. We're not taking any damage, cyber deck damage, because of our cyber deck armor. So disable that, and then I'll disable the locker, and then we're going to disable all these cameras, so that we don't have any trouble. Might as well disable the pressure sensor while we're at it. It only lasts 5 turns. We can always come back here and refresh it, but 4 turns. But 4 turns is plenty. Okay, so I am gonna make my way back to that alarm processing unit because this is gonna be amazing once I hack that thing. I'll talk about it once we're ready to hack that. So yeah, I actually did use all my Matrix AP this turn. Okay. Let's end the action. Okay, this Nato guard is active. We can stun him. Do we have a marker site? Okay, this is a good time for rewind on Brick. We can get that marker site up. Oh. Should mark the guard in the back as more armor. Yeah, use Iron Grip. And I'm just gonna attack. Because I should. Oh, this is a very loud weapon. If I come here, can I stun the both of them? Oh, yes. Yeah, they'll hear me, whatever. I get to stun both of them and then fire off the shotgun. Amazing. Yep. Plus shred their armor. Both of them are stunned. And dealing with these two are easy enough. Two suspicious guards coming this way. They could spot me. Let's just get somewhere safe. No need to tactical surge this turn. Let's see what happens. Okay. I'm gonna let Brick do a lot of the work because I might have to stun some of these guards. Like Alpha. Yeah, I think I will stun him. Because using the shotgun here is like too good. All these point blank shots, too good. No abilities. So let's see how the hack goes. Okay, so the APU. I want to load the trace vector, but this APU also has things I want to. I suppose it could have a trap, but I don't think it's likely. The alarm processing unit controls the overworld alarm. If you can spike that thing, meaning you have to destroy all the IC and then scan it twice and spike it, you will have an opportunity to lower the overworld security tally by 10, meaning you basically get like 4 more turns for free on the overworld. That's crazy good. So I really want to hack this. Now, I want to load my trace vector program to maximize my damage, but what I can do is connect to it and disable the traps first before I start attacking them. It'll use a lot more action points, but I'm okay with that. Let's see, what do we got? Got the plus security tally one. I don't like that one normally, however, we have to get rid of the damage to connection. We're only at 53% connection right now. So I gotta get rid of that. Then the security tally is very high. I actually don't know trace vector would speed things along. If I load deception and disable it, that would be the same amount of security tally. I might as well just attack it twice. Security tally's back up to 3, but whatever. It's fine. I'll load my attack program again. And I'm gonna scan this one more time so I can load my trace vector. Get a little more damage in there. I guess I have a chance of one-shotting these. Yep. Alright. Attack it. Spike that alarm processing unit so the overworld map is under way more control. Aha! Force unload a decoy because of that escalation. So that's exactly why I use that decoy ability. But I think we are actually okay there. I want to loot all this stuff before continuing on to the objective. Our objective must be all the way to the left. But now that we spiked the alarm processing unit, I feel confident. Famous last words, right? So I will now. We're gonna have a lot of extra matrix AP, but that's okay. I'll load a scan and a disarm. And we're gonna go to this manufacturing store and see what we can loot. So manufacturing stores, financial hubs, data warehouses, these all contain loot. If I connect to this one, it seems benign enough. There are no traps, but it can be a good idea to scan for traps. Look at that, we found 2 traps. Trigger if you load a cyberdeck program, steal 10 matrix AP. Trigger if you download a blueprint, relocate a hacker. My experience is, at least at this type of matrix, it's rare to see security escalations that are like, if you scan for 2 traps, there shouldn't be any more traps, so you don't have to scan it again. So I know what the 2 traps are. That's what I was trying to say. I will disable the data lock, of course, and then I will disable data lock, and then I will disable the trap that when you download blueprint, relocate the hacker. But I don't have to disarm this diamond trap because this one triggers when you load a cyberdeck program. I could just not load a cyberdeck program here, right? And then I can download my files, nano medkit and stock tune suppressor. Those look like this is a manufacturing store, so blueprints that I could craft potentially later. And since I've gotten the loot I wanted, I can just disconnect from there. Security tallies already back up to 4. That's slightly concerning, but it is what it is. I don't have sleaze or deception active. I'm gonna connect all the way back to this data warehouse up there. I feel confident in getting all the loot. I'm gonna use some of my action points to do that. Okay, and now we suffered another escalation. Lethal biofeedback did 6 damage to me. I think all my buffs are wearing off, so I only have 13 cyberdeck damage. The way it works is, if it's cyberdeck damage, armor mitigates 100%. So if it does 20 cyberdeck damage, you have 20 armor, you don't take any hits to your cyberdeck. But to the hacker's hit points, it's reduced by 1 per 2 armor points. So I don't know if that 6 damage... Oh, it did explain it. So it must have been, it says here in the log, quantum security lethal biofeedback for minus 12 hit points. Armor block 6, right? 13 divided by 2. Brain damage minus 6 hit points. So I took 6 hit points of damage. This could be a good time to start thinking about loading data filter and loading our decoy back. I'm gonna unload that trace vector. I don't think we're gonna attack more stuff. I don't have enough intake output, but next turn I can load some of these programs, and then we're gonna loot that data warehouse and go from there. In fact, I might as well unload this attack program. I don't see me using it anymore. Okay, so end the action now. Okie doke. Oh, I can tactical surge. Would I have enough damage? This one's a fire comm, and this one's a guard captain, and then a sniper is coming over. It's also the Seiko guard, but he's still stunned. Could tactical surge, of course. Could be a good turn, but I would prefer to do it once I get my marker sights back. Really, like, you know, lay into these two. So why don't I just spend a turn repositioning and reloading? And then we'll tactical surge next turn. Reload. Assault rifle. Can use the pistol on this. Oh my god, you can't hit, Brick. Okay. I think that was savagery. That's great because it lasts till the end of next turn. Oh man, this is gonna be incredible. No need to overwatch or anything. Yeah, I'm just gonna end my turn early, so my initiative is high. Let's see what these guards do. Ooh, I don't like it going in there. I don't like that at all. I think this is the tactical surge turn. I can pre-compute advantage Brick. And then I'm probably gonna atomic stutter. I mean, I have to atomic stutter that one. And then I'm gonna yield my action. And a marker sights the other one. Really? Don't have the range? Well, I mean, these other two guards are, well, let's let them come in and then we'll AoE them. Why not? Oh, spotted outlaw. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Reload. Oh, I can't shotgun? Okay. Delay the action, it's fine. Data warehouse, we need a sleaze, we need a deception to get through these defenses. Connection damage, let's get rid of that. I know there could be traps here, but our connection is getting kind of low, and escalations can reduce your connection health. Scan again, trigger if you load a cyberdeck program. That's the trap, so I'm not going to worry about that. We're going to get rid of data lock, and then we're just going to download our files. Move on. Okay, there is another financial hub down here. Oh yeah, let's load our decoy. I guess I don't have enough intake output to load or memory to load the data filter. I remember that. Okay, more connection damage nonsense. We'll disable that. And then there was a trap that forced me to relocate. Very annoying. Okay, another lethal biofeedback. 6 more damage. That's armor block 8 this time. Oh, the minimum damage is 6. I didn't know that. Okay. I didn't know like there was a minimum damage. Okay. Back to the financial hub. My understanding is once a trap triggered, it cannot trigger again. So now I can disable the buster. There's another trap? Oh, there's 2 traps. Yes. Okay, trigger if you take any action, immediately steal 10 matrix AP. That's okay. I will take that hit. I think it already acted. activated. So if the trap's already activated, it's fine. Sometimes they have a secondary effect, like this diamond has plus 10 security tally per action, so we should disable that. Ooh, connection damage, another 14%. I'm getting pretty greedy with this loot here, but it's okay. Maybe now is the time for that data filter. No, not yet, not yet. Okay, so because this black hole trap already triggered, it can't do anything to me anymore, so I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna disable the data lock, download my 2 more files, and get out of here. And then I've been saving the zero interrupt for something, and this sub-processing node, especially when you can't see the traps, is like a perfect target for the zero interrupt. These can be extremely dangerous, so let's zero interrupt to make sure they can't do anything. Scan. Yep, there are 2 traps here. Trigger if you use a CyberDeck program, restart all IC, and then trigger if you load a CyberDeck program. Okay, so steal 10 Matrix AP. That's actually not that bad, but it's all right. Scan again, load deception, go to this access node, get rid of the defenses there, and then scan again. And then this RCU is our objective, which I will deal with next turn because I'm out of abilities. You know, our connection health is only 30%, and there are escalations that can like massively cripple your connection health. I can disconnect and then reconnect just to reset the connection health. That's actually a pretty good idea, I think. Yep, and it resets everything so I can load more programs and so forth. Let's connect. I kind of... we should probably load a decoy. Default biofeedback again. It just keeps doing that. How hacked are these things? Because I could come here and refresh the hacks. Oh, right, the sub-processing unit. I used the zero interrupt to get through that, and now all that's gone. I completely forgot about that. Probably should not have disconnected. So I might have to fight my way through that. We'll see. But it's none of it is like super bad. I guess I should go disable the things again. So disable the cameras and so forth. Disable 2 turns. I don't know, that might be enough. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. This is a perfectly fine attack. I'll use the iron grip. Just keep shooting. That's the powerful auto. And then I'll reload the pistol. The next security escalation is going to bring reinforcements. We need to be gone soon. Sniper. Can I kill it? Surely the answer is yes. Okay. So many dead bodies. Reload that. Any dead bodies I can dissolve. Not that it really matters. Some more security is going to come soon, but we've wiped out most of the map. So guess I can come here and dissolve this corpse. Okay, let's see what they do. So these devices will still be hacked for 2 more turns. That's plenty. That's more than enough turns. Let's load our sleeves, deception, disarm. I'm not gonna bother disabling the security devices. Okay, sub-processing unit. Unload cyberdeck program when you take an action. Our decoy can tank it. Yeah, I don't want to even deal with this, so I'm not gonna... I know all the traps here. I don't have to deal with these IC. I can just, like, connect and leave. Decoy got unloaded, but, like, whatever. That's fine. I'm gonna load a scan. I don't have any way to protect myself on this RCU, but you don't have to spike it to use it. So I'm gonna load a scan, connect. We have plenty of connection health now, so let's scan for traps. Trigger if you exit this node, deal 10 damage to cyberdeck. Okay, so that's harmless. I think if you scan once, you see all the traps, but just in case, I'll scan again. Okay, nothing else. Let's get rid of the buster. Let's get rid of this locker, and then we're gonna hack the exit. And I'm gonna get ready to get out. Locks, what locks? Miguel is waiting. Let's get inside. Indeed. There's nothing else to do. We've got all the loot from this matrix. It's an amazing matrix. So disconnect. Might as well wait for all the rest of the guards. The rest of the guards are oblivious. Beautiful. There's the objective. I don't see that I need to... like, I can get out next turn with everyone. So, let's do that. You don't really have to reload all of this. Like, the everything resets at the beginning of next turn, so... all fine. Yep, let's just get everyone in there. This mission's already been an hour, so we're gonna have to do the second part of this mission in the next episode. The doctor, they weren't expecting anyone to just waltz through the front door. Hayes, from our brief, this should be the sleepy night shift at a boring corporate prison. The doctor, if we hit trouble, try to keep it quiet. Alright, attempt next stage. We didn't use any consumables, so we should be free to use them on this map. The doctor, welcome to Chemco's little prison paradise. Iceman, Miguel is locked up in the jail cell block just ahead. We found a Matrix cowboy here to back us up. We won't be able to hack the detention center terminal. We'll have to find the red key instead. Iceman, the detention center terminal will control the prison doors for this wing. The prison cells are going to be a tougher crack than the main entrance. I'll need more time. The other option is to find a red key somewhere in this facility. Okay, yeah. Or we can just hack, because Nate's a pretty good hacker. We do not have the blue key. It is unclear where the red key is. It could be in these lockboxes. I mean, we want to hit as many of these lockboxes as possible just for the loot, but there's 2 matrices that we can hack, potentially for loot. Oh boy, some of these guards are concerning. Yeah, these corporate guards have pretty good hit points and armor. So next time we're gonna have to kill like all 3 of these guards probably. I don't know, maybe we can ignore. Well, this one's guarding some loot though. Gonna kill these. We're gonna have to hack this matrix. I feel pretty confident in doing that, and then I don't know like where the exit even is, but we will figure that out in the next episode. Oh, it tells you exit at the elevator or exit at the back exit. Ah, okay. We can't exit until we rescue him, but at least we know where they are. That is actually really, really, really helpful. Okay, anyway. Ooh, some of this loot is going to be like basically impossible to get to, because I don't have the blue key. Oh well. Thank you for watching. Until next time.